The man that you want to see across the floor of a Northern Ireland courtroom is Alfredo Scappaticci.
Right.
Otherwise known as Steak Knife.
Correct.
The British Army.
Correct.
Free and a member of the IRA's Internal Security Unit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You believe that Freddie Scappaticci shot dead your dad?
I have no doubts about that.
Okay.
I have no doubts about it. After 37 years of searching and searching, I've come to the conclusion, I was told by a well-known member of the IRA that that was the man I was looking for.
Your father was shot dead in 1974.
Yeah.
Can you describe or recall the events of that night and what happened to him, Arthur?
My father was shot dead, was shot on the 15th of August 1974 in a pub just off the Antrim Road called the Hole in the Wall. I got word that he was shot there, but I was told the whole story by Brendan Hughes.
Darky Hughes?
Darky Hughes. Brendan was able to, I met Darky twice. Never knew the man, but he phoned me, he wanted to speak to me after all them years of me trying to find my father's plate. And he told me exactly what happened. Two men came into the pub. Now this pub was frequented by dockers. It was packed with dockers every night.
Your dad was a docker?
My father was a docker, I was a docker, and my brother Tommy was a docker. Two dockers came into the pub. One, Martin Meakin, came over towards my father, spoke to my father, told him some sort of story. My father left with them, saying to his mates that he would be back. He left his drink there. If my father hadn't been coming back, he would have left his drink, that's for sure, because that's a docker. But he walked out with these two people, and they walked them for almost 500 yards from the pub to a house in Newington Street.
That's off the Limestone Road?
That's just off the Limestone Road, number 12, Newington Street. What I was told now, I know now, I didn't know then, I know now that this was a safe house of the area. These two dockers walked my father right up all these streets into Newington Street, down towards number 12. When they got to number 12, apparently they left the father and two other men came out of number 12, Newington Street. One man was Scappaticci, Freddie Scappaticci, holding an armalite rifle. My father, seeing that, knew there was something wrong and tried to run. Now these two charged down the street after the father and opened up. Scappaticci shot 12 rounds at the father. 5 of them hit him and 7 missed. Now the father struggled on down to near the end of the street, near the Limestone Road, and fell. Now these two was able to come back up the street again, into number 12 Newington Street, put the gun away, lock the door, come out again, walk down the street, past the fellow who was lying in the street bleeding to death. Into a taxi, those two, along with the other two, and the man that drove the taxi was also a member of the gang. And that taxi took him right down to the Felons Club in the New Lodge Road. And the reason I'm sure of that, because Darky Hughes told me exactly what happened. Every move they made, I was told about it. And he's also told me that Scappaticci was a member of the FRU, an army spy, and also a special branch agent. And that 2 or 3 other members of that gang were also special branch agents.
Did he name the other person that was allegedly with Scappaticci?
He named them all, but he only named them by the first name. His name was Toner. His second name was Toner. Mm-hmm. But he was able to tell me that these two, at least 3 members of that gang, were members of the special branch. Agents. Paid the special branch. Because, for the simple reason, they had all the time in the world to shoot my father and get away with it. And when you look at things in 1974, the Schenkel butchers were operating in that area. And every street you went to, there was army, police, personnel on foot, Saracens, Saladins. You couldn't get walking, but you were through against the wall and looking for ID. Yet these people had all that time. And at that time in the night, 12 rounds from an armalite rifle, you must have been able to hear that all over Belfast.
Newington Street is some 400, 500 yards from an RUC base.
Well, there's an RUC base just at the bottom of the street. And 12 rounds at that time of night, no heavy traffic. Everybody in North Belfast must have heard them rounds.
What was the police reaction?
Well, the police reaction was, when I was speaking to them, they said my father was shot. They didn't give me, but I can go into that in depth if you want now.
Yes.
About the police.
Please.
I popped the hospital and the police were all around his bed. In the Royal Victoria Hospital, Ward 20. 2 policemen were in his bed and they wouldn't let me into the ward. I threw them out of the road and was straight in. This is where after he got all the treatment, of course. Another 2 policemen from the York Road Police Station came with a little handwritten statement wanting my father to sign it. Well, Alan Malik, my father was practically unconscious at the time. He didn't know what he was doing. I took the statement off him and I told him I would keep the statement until he woke. And on the statement which I read was a complete lot of nonsense. They wanted to say my father, he didn't know who shot him. He was in a hole-in-the-wall bar on his own. He wasn't brought to Newington Street. He was down there on his own. And that the people that shot him ran off towards Tiger's Bay.
Tiger's Bay is a lawyer.
Tiger's Bay is a lawyer. They wanted to pass the buck that it wasn't Republicans that murdered my father. It was loyalists.
Why would they want to do that, Arthur?
Why, a complete cover-up. Sure, when you go to see the men that murdered my father, they don't want them men caught. And I told the police that time and time again. I got that statement and I ripped it up in front of them and it says I would make my own statement, which I did, and I put it in the police station.
Did the police follow up with any searches or any raids in any houses in Newington Street?
A couple of days later, a telephone call. This is the number 12 unit, the safe house. Apparently the police raided that. They got a phone call. They found the armless rifle. They found gloves, a balaclava, a boiler suit, and a mask, and a magazine, all to the armless rifle. They were able to take all that stuff away out of their house. I asked them, did they ever at any time find the owner of that house to find out who had the room rented out? No statements were ever taken out of that house. All the stuff that they found in that house went missing. My father's clothes out of the Royal Victoria Hospital, when I went up to collect them, to take them home, went missing. A ring and a watch my father always wore went missing. Statements they took from a man passing the Limestone Road on the night of the shooting, one of the stray bullets hit his car. He got out and he told the police and the army, he gave them a statement of the 4 men that he seen running away. And he told me, or he put it in the statement that they didn't run to Tiger's Bay, they run the other way. Apparently he didn't see the taxi picking them up. But his statement went missing.
So when making their escape, the individuals that shot your father must have went past him as he lay prone on the ground.
Well, the only way they get down to get into the taxi was to walk straight past the man, and I'm sure that man was in pain, because 5 automatic armless rifle bullets near cut him in 2. And the doctors in the hospital told me that night, I went up to see him, Mr. Rufford, we don't expect him to last the night. Yet that man lasted almost 4 weeks. A good strong man. And the father spoke to me many a time, and he was on the verge of telling me who done it. But there was fear there. And he said to me, Arthur, I don't want you to get into trouble, because he knows what I am. I'm like him. I would never bow down to anyone. But I have pursued his case now for 37 years, and I know for sure what happened to him that night, and the men that done him,